Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
In 1967, my grandmother and my two eldest uncles fled from our village of Aqrab and Nablus on the west bank to Jordan. At the time, my grandmother was a 22-year-old woman, alone with her two sons, while my grandfather was away working to raise his little children. It was at this time that Israeli troops started occupying the West Bank cities and villages, forcibly expelling hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. There was a decision that needed to be made. Without my grandfather present, his brothers had to decide whether to keep my grandmother and her two sons in Palestine or to move them to a safer space in Jordan. I wish I could say that I know what my grandmother went through during this time, but I can't. She was given an impossible ultimatum. To stay was to risk getting killed by the Israeli troops, like their brothers and sisters in the Nakba of 1948 before them. But to leave was to lose their home. To leave was to abandon the land they had grown up in and had always known. In the end, my grandmother and her two sons were forced to leave to Jordan. They walked for hours, holding their heads high and the keys of their homes in their hands in hopes that one day they would return. My grandmother died 6 years ago, and my eldest uncle passed away 4 years ago. Both died before they could achieve their dream of returning to our land of Palestine. They are why I am here today, to fight for the dream that they could not achieve, and to ensure that every Palestinian refugee will return to their home with their keys. My name is Jana Buhlal. I am a 14-year-old third-generation Palestinian refugee, and I am still here. It has been 74 years, yet we are still here and we still exist. We have been fighting and will keep fighting until our right to return is achieved